Welcome to Messy Bun Sisters Podcast.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Lauren.
And this is episode... I can't even see that far.
It's whatever episode it is. I think I decided I'm going to change it from... Like, because you know how we started from like season...
2, episode 1.
Yeah, maybe we're just going to just keep going and just not even have seasons. What do you think?
But like we are going to have season... we're going to have season breaks.
That's true.
Like obviously we went on a break here.
You're right.
Are we just on green screen?
Yeah,
oh.
He's going to do it later.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Do you guys like our new green screen? Let us know in the comments below.
Let us know in the comments below.
Actually, Trent was like really struggling to like figure out the green screen. It's not as easy as you think, right, babe?
Okay.
No. It's very hard.
So thank you, Trent. Y'all don't even know all the crap that Trent does.
I know, seriously.
It's like a production.
And I say thank you every week, but I don't think that's enough. What should I do to say thanks?
Trent, what should she do to say thank you?
You could say thank
I
you
like
too.
cold, hard cash.
I don't have cold hard cash.
I say thank you other ways.
Okay. Well.
But that's none of my business.
Anyway, so speaking of taking breaks during seasons, we took a break this week.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was like a crazy week and Thanksgiving and
all
sorts of
Well, I'm going to send Trent something.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a lot of like things going on with life and all sorts of craziness happening. One thing in particular.
Yeah. Trent, do you have the picture?
But the people listening don't have a
yeah. I'll just say it once we post it, if we can. Just because life has been just a lot and, you know, like stuff happening.
Such as the Americas and the Iraqs. Wow, this podcast is off to a great start.
Keep on with this, guys. This is going to be a fun podcast today. We're talking about all the exciting things.
I'll put the picture up in post. So whenever.
Okay. Ready?
What?
Oh, I thought we were going to say it like together.
No, you say it because it's not me.
1,
1, 2, 3.
I'm pregnant.
Yay!
Again.
So if you haven't noticed, Alyssa hasn't been drinking wine, but I have because I'm not pregnant.
So, yeah, earlier today, or just right now, I just smelt it.
I know she grabs my glass of wine and puts her nose up to the brim and goes.
Well, and Lisa asked me
what
today.
What are you doing?
Our aunt asked me today, like if I've had any cravings or anything, and I'm like, wine.
Really?
Like literally at one of our friends' wedding, I was sitting next to a friend of ours, and she drank like a bunch of white wine.
Who?
Just a friend of ours.
Okay.
Call her out for drinking a bunch of wine.
Okay. I got stuff in my teeth.
And do I?
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
It's okay though. Other side. One more. Ew.
Well, it's because you made a really peppery meal. It was good though.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, and I was like, I could smell it, and I was like, oh my god, it smells so freaking good. But I don't even drink white wine. But I was like, I want to drink it.
What do you think you're having?
I don't know. I think
maybe it's a girl because she wants white wine.
Maybe. That's a really weird
like,
statement.
I'm just like a girl and I just like drink white wine.
I think everybody thinks it's a girl. Like literally everybody thinks it's a girl. And so like in my mind, I'm like, okay, but I need to like put both on the table because I don't want to get my hopes up either way.
Yeah.
And I would be super excited either way because I'd be excited for it to be a boy because I already know what it's like to have a boy, and like they would be brothers, and they would be fun. But
we're
then
brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. That's how the song goes.
I know.
Give me a high five.
So,
That I guess that didn't age well.
yeah, not at all. So, yeah, Lauren didn't just make up that song. That is.
Can you imagine? That was fun. The Wayans brothers guys.
Yeah. Okay, so, but if it's a girl, then I would just be excited because it's like a little girl.
Yeah. We would have so much fun.
Yeah, but girls are scary.
Girls are scary.
Oh, if you're a girl mom, please give me some advice. If it is a girl, if you're a boy mom, also give me advice.
Yeah.
I take advice well.
I don't. Like
For a second baby, I'll take I'm like just a little nervous about having 2 babies. I mean, Liam's gonna be 2, but
yeah, he'll be a toddler, so it's not gonna be as bad.
but he's still my little guy, and he doesn't really understand. You know, we'll see.
Whenever we say, Liam, where's the baby? He'll point to himself.
Well, for a while, he was pointing to me.
Yeah,
to
for
the
a
belly.
second, and then he was
For
like,
like
wait
2
a
days.
second, I'm the baby.
He'd be like,
Yeah, for a while, I was going, Liam, where's the baby? And he'd point to Alyssa's belly. And then now I'm like, Liam, where's the baby? And then he points to himself.
I think also because I call him baby, like,
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
but he's my baby.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, anyways. So this will be a fun Christmas. I
Yeah.
get to find out the gender on Christmas Eve, actually.
Aw,
Yeah, so I'll let y'all know. Probably Christmas Eve.
that's exciting. We'll be back on Instagram by then.
I'll be back on Instagram by the time this podcast comes out.
Oh, that's good.
I think. I might just post and then go back off because it's really nice,
Do
actually.
you ever do those apps that post for you?
Planoly?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. It's a great idea. I'm full
Why
of
didn't you
them.
tell me that before?
I don't know. Anyway, are you ready for this week's review of the week?
Review of the week.
Review of the week.
I was trying to
Review
make
of the
it
week.
like,
Review of the week. Review of the
How
week.
about,
Review of the week.
uh,
Review of the week. Review of the week. Review of the week. Review of the week.
I was trying to do it like jingle. Like, ha, 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 ha. Review of the week. Review of the week. Yeah.
I like that.
Let's do that for the rest of the month of December.
A week.
Review of the week.
Good idea. Okay. I like when Liam goes like this.
And he points just
When he points at things real close to his eye. It's like his eye, his finger is right at his eye. And then he points at things.
Maybe he's trying to see like exactly what he's pointing at.
It's really funny. Anyway, so this review of the week comes from Renee Hernandez.
Hey, Renee.
Hey, Renee. He says, from our Go Spurs Go, which I don't even remember talking about being racially insensitive. He said, so you're talking about being racially insensitive. Why are you wearing a Mexican shirt that says nombre shut up? Ha 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 ha.
Who's
ha, ha.
being racially insensitive?
I don't know.
Probably you. Just kidding. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
Listen, I mean, it's whatever. Anyways, so thank you, Dad, for doing the review of the week. If you guys want to be featured on our review of the week, what?
I was wondering if we should change it to comment of the week. No, I like review.
Yeah, I think it's still a review. If you guys want to be featured on our review of the week, go ahead and go to our YouTube.
Oh
Excuse
my
me.
God.
Actually, you guys need to subscribe to our YouTube. It's Messy Bun Sisters Podcast. If we get 100 subscribers, which we're almost there, we can actually change the URL to youtube.com/Messy Bun Sisters. So
Oh, that
it'll
would
be
be
easier for you guys to
awesome.
find it. Yeah.
So we need
30
many
more
more?
subscribers.
29 more subscribers.
Yeah, 29. So if you guys want to go and subscribe, if you haven't subscribed, if you just like go and Google Messy Bun Sisters, but you haven't subscribed to our channel, that'll be nice if you can subscribe to us. Also, subscribe to us on our podcast and give us 5 stars. You don't even have to leave a review, but if you want to leave 5 stars, actually go leave 5 stars. And if you want to, just go do it.
Okay.
And then comment on our Instagram. Our Instagram, we post lots of good things. We actually just did a giveaway last week for
Your scrunchies.
for my scrunchies, for our scrunchies.
Our scrunchies.
Our scrunchies are really cute. We have if you go to you can click out of that one, Trent. If you go to the one, you'll see our bundle where it's a green one, a pink one, and a one that has like cacti on it, and it's really, really cute. If you guys want to get that, but we just gave away a bundle. And
how much are they on?
$10.
Oh, good.
They're $10 for 3, and it is. You can go to messybunsisters.com/merch. We can throw that up here. messybunsisters.com/merch to find some scrunchies and support the podcast. All right. Next, we have our ooh-wee. That's news to me. That's news to me. Ooh-wee. That's news to me. That's news to me. And Alyssa has our news story this week.
Okay, this I'm gonna read it from my phone because I can't see that far.
I still have stuff in my teeth.
So, it is Melania Trump receives official White House Christmas tree.
Cool.
It's just funny because like the picture, like look how massive that is. Can you imagine?
It's funny that she's walking next to it. She doesn't have to decorate it.
Well,
there's people for that.
Yeah, but I'm sure you have to like choose. Like that's part of like being how cute with the little go back one more. How it says like White House Christmas tree 2019, and that's like how they pull up in the carriage.
Oh, you know our friend Amanda just went to the White House.
No way.
She like took a tour.
I want to do a tour.
She did a tour of the White House and like brought her baby, and it was like she was nervous that she wasn't going to be able to bring the carrier in. Because like you can literally not bring in a single thing.
Yeah. And that would suck to have to hold a baby through
Yeah.
the whole tour.
Yeah, no.
But she was able to put the carrier on?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
I know. She like did a whole tour of DC.
How much was it? I should
don't
ask
know,
her.
text her.
That's really, I just got like into the like, we were just talking. Okay. So she opened the holiday season in the Nationals. Oh my God. Nation's capital Monday by accepting delivery of the official White House Christmas tree. Members of the U.S. Marine Band played "Oh Christmas Tree" as a pair of horses named Cash and Ben. I like the name Cash. Trotted up the White House, pulling a green carriage that carried an 18.5-foot Douglas fir. The towering tree will become the centerpiece of Christmas in the White House Blue Room. Mrs. Trump wished everyone a Merry Christmas before going back inside the White House. Okay.
Yay! Y'all, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas. It's Christmas time. I'm so excited for Christmas. So I'm one of those people that starts Christmas during Halloween.
Yeah. But you haven't started decorating really yet.
I know. Trent doesn't like to.
But you like listen to music.
I'll listen to music. We've already watched like the Santa Claus. I've already watched like all the Christmas stuff. So I'm like really into, Christmas time.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh, the Santa Claus.
Really?
I love the Santa Claus. Also, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
That's
what about you?
One. I don't know. I don't have one.
Trent?
I just watched one. Sorry, Trent. I just watched one on, I think it was on Disney Plus. And it's called Noel. You would really like it.
Okay. I'm going to make a quick side note. If you guys have Disney Plus, watch The Mandalorian. OM.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. Anyway, Noel's your favorite Christmas movie?
No, it just was really good.
All right. So think about it while Trent answers.
Okay.
What's your favorite Christmas movie, Trent?
Probably National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Ooh.
I haven't seen that one in so many Christmases. What? I haven't.
What a weird way to measure time.
Well, because... Okay. Okay, let's get into it.
What's your favorite Christmas movie, though?
Oh. I don't know. I'll figure it out later.
Okay, we have Elf. We have
Elf's
The Grinch.
great.
We have...
I like a lot of them.
It's a Wonderful Life.
I like a lot of like just Hallmark movies too.
Christmas Story, Christmas Carol.
It's a Wonderful Life is good too. I don't have one. I like all of them.
Okay. All right. So one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about Christmas today, which it's really interesting. So For those of you that don't know, Trent's family is Messianic Jew. So they don't celebrate Christmas. And I was actually talking to his mom the other day, and some of the kids are like kind of interested in Christmas.
Oh, now that they're getting older?
Yeah, now that they're getting... It's so weird because they don't celebrate Christmas. Like, Trent, when do they stop, you think? Because Trent grew up with Christmas, but when do they think they stopped?
Probably like 2002.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. So the kids haven't grown up with Christmas, and they're homeschooled. So it's so interesting. Maybe it's their
media
co-op they go to. Media.
Like if they watch movies?
That's true. But they watch old movies. They watch like old Western John Wayne.
Yeah. John Wayne? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was his name. But they watch old time. Maybe that's why. Maybe they watch movies when it was like
that there's
really,
Christmas in it.
Yeah. But they've been like really interested in it, and she was telling me like, you know, Christmas has a lot of like pagan background, and it got me thinking like what kind of pagan like things, like how did Christmas develop, like how did Christmas get to what it was today?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what got me interested. So I was doing some research, and like we'll kind of get into it. It says that I have a couple of like things I want to read through, but it's interesting because it says, I mean, obviously no one knows the real birthday of Jesus, right? There's no date that was given in the Bible. So do you know why we celebrate on December 25th, Alyssa?
No.
Do you have a guess?
No. No, because, I don't know.
So it's a...
No, I'm just thinking like the way that Jesus was born.
Yeah.
Like that would be hard to do in the winter.
During winter, yeah.
Where the sheep's even out at night for the shepherds to like see.
Sheeps. Is that the plural of sheep?
I don't know. I didn't even think.
Is it?
Sheeps? Sheep. I think it's just sheep.
Sheep.
Or the sheep out at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sheeps.
I don't know.
And the shepherds. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. There's a lot. Okay, before we get started, like we are not experts in this at all.
Obviously.
We're definitely going to say some crazy things, but the first recorded date of Christmas being celebrated on December 25th was actually in 336.
No way.
AD. Yeah. So it says during the time of the Roman Emperor Constantine, he was the first Christian Roman emperor, but it was not an official Roman state festival at the time. So it was a festival.
Because I don't know if they even intended Jesus' birthday to be celebrated every year. Like, I don't think, like, as in Jesus and God. I don't know if they, like, intended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because, I mean, back then, I'm sure they had, like, special holidays, but...
But, yeah, somebody would have, like, written that down, don't you think?
You're right. Like, what day? Like, in the 7th month of the 10th day, or the 10th day of the 7th month.
Do they know when Jesus died? Do they know for sure that, like, Easter weekend is around when Jesus died?
I don't think so.
Whoa.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So it says, a very early tradition said that the day when Mary was told that she would have a very special baby, Jesus, was on March 25th. And it's celebrated today on March 25th, 9 months after March 25th is December 25th.
Oh.
So the date of March 25th was chosen because people had calculated that was the day on which Jesus died as an adult. Huh?
Pregnancy is 40 weeks.
I mean, listen.
9 months, that's like almost 10 months.
March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh. Sometimes it's 10 months.
Oh, okay.
And other people think that December 24th was December 24th. December 25th was also chosen because of the winter solstice. And the ancient pagan Roman midwinter festivals called Saturnalia. And that took place in December around that date, and it was a time when people already celebrated things.
Huh.
I know. So it says so another thing we looked at is like, when did Christmas start? And obviously it was centuries after Jesus was born. So this is literally like 300 years after Jesus was born. I mean, we have to know, and I mean, there has to be an actual date because we need the year when Jesus was born is like literally 0. Like we say AD BC.
Right, yeah.
You know? So there has to be like an actual date. Like somebody has to figure it out. Listen, I don't know.
Maybe they did, and maybe we're just bringing up bad facts.
No, this one's from history.com.
Oh.
It says in Scandinavia, the Norse celebrated something called Yule on December 21st, the winter solstice through January, in recognition of the return of the sun, like the sun, not the like father son. Yeah, in the return of the sun, because as you know, winter is like really short days.
Yeah.
You know? Father sons would bring home large logs in which they would set fire. The people would feast until the log burned out, which would take as many as 12 days. The Norse believed that each spark of the fire represented a new pig or calf that would be born the coming year.
That's very
so
interesting.
Scandinavians, they celebrated something called Yule. So that's where like Yuletide came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is interesting. Another one is in Germany, people honored the pagan god Odin during the mid-winter holiday. But Germans were terrified of Odin as they believed that he made nocturnal flights to the sky to observe his people and would decide who would perish and who would prosper.
Oh.
Because of this presence, many people chose to stay inside. Which, I mean, I don't know if I believe that because I feel like people chose to stay inside during that time because it's freezing cold outside. And if you're in Germany, I mean,
it's cold.
It's like freezing cold. Do you have any Christmas facts?
No, you have so many.
Well,
I was just going to say, like, sometime, like, we usually do a Christmas party at Mammo's. Like, that's what I thought you were going to say.
No, I wanted to go, like, into, like, deep Christmas time or Christmas things because Trent's mom, like, or my mother-in-law kind of got me thinking, like, you know, like, what pagan start did Christmas have, you know?
Right.
And, like, why is it where it is today? And I think it's really interesting. Another one of my like favorite Christmas stories has a lot to do with like why, and we'll get into that.
Get into it right now. I want to know.
No.
Yes.
We'll save that to the end because this is going to be a short podcast because it's going to be a short podcast.
Okay.
For other reasons. But we'll definitely do, you know what we should do the rest of December? We should like
do little
Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. You have so much information. Maybe you should tell me your favorite one right now. And then we can kind of reference.
I don't. Next week we'll do our favorite Christmas movies.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Got it.
Maybe it won't be next week, maybe in a couple of weeks. But anyway, then in the early 17th century, a wave of religious reform changed the way Christmas was celebrated in Europe. When Oliver Cromwell and his Puritan forces took over England in 1645. So mind you, this is like over 1,000 years later. They vowed to rid England of this decadent and part of their effort canceled Christmas.
That's crazy.
Christmas is canceled.
That would be so sad.
Christmas, you're canceled.
But then it wouldn't be like the Christmas that we know now, obviously.
Well,
to be canceled like that.
We're going to watch a video in a little bit that shows and I don't know if you watch Adam Ruins Everything.
I've seen some of his shows.
It's so funny. He just like does a lot of research and like really in depth about different topics, and Christmas is one of them that he did, which is really interesting. But the Pilgrims, what?
I think just have a deep breath.
Oh, well, I don't know. You're pregnant. English separatists came to America in 1620, were even more orthodox in their Puritan beliefs than Cromwell. As a result, Christmas was not a holiday in early America from 1659 to 1681. The celebration of Christmas was actually outlawed in Boston. In the video, we'll talk about it. It's just because there was like a lot of like pagan background to it.
And that was such a Christian.
Yeah. You know, like talking about the Yuletide and Odin and all this crazy stuff. So let's see, where was I at? Anyone exhibiting Christmas spirit was fined 5 shillings.
Whoa.
So can you imagine like trying to celebrate Christmas and like,
yeah, but they weren't celebrating Christmas for Jesus's birth.
Well, why do you think it was called Christmas?
Whoa.
More Christ. Yeah.
I don't know.
By contrast, in Jamestown settlement, Captain John Smith, who fell in love with Pocahontas, or so we think, reported that Christmas was enjoyed by all and passed without incident.
Or so we think.
Yeah. So one of my favorite things about Christmas. So obviously Christmas went through like all those crazy things, but let's watch we can watch on YouTube and listen to the video. Listen if you're just listening about like Christmas history. This is Adam Ruins Everything, guys. We'll link it below.
During the Roman Empire. In December, Romans celebrated a holiday called Saturnalia to mark the end of the harvest. It was a wild party involving gambling, singing, and even cross-dressing. And in Northern Europe, a drunken festival called Yule celebrated the birth of the sun. Families would burn the biggest log they could find and celebrate around evergreen trees to ward off winter depression.
I hate to burst your bubble, Chuck, but this has nothing to do with Christmas. December 25th is still Jesus' birthday.
Actually, no one really knows for certain when Jesus was born. But we do know that when Christianity took hold of Europe in the 5th century, some common folk refused to part with these pagan parties. So Christian leaders gradually transformed these popular traditions into a celebration of Jesus' birth.
Hey, you pagan freaks! My God was probably born today. This party's about Jesus now,
Probably.
okay? Whatever, dude. It's turned up in this forest.
Inserting Christ into these winter festivals was basically a civic compromise. Make the party about Jesus, and you can keep getting jiggy with it.
Well, Chuck, sounds like that's when Christmas became the nice family-friendly holiday we know today.
Nope. It stayed a debauched, violent booze fest for a long time.
Okay, you can stop it there. But there's another part that I want to talk about too. But I don't know. I just think it's really interesting that, and it's true, Christians who are trying to like evangelize to the pagans. The word pagan's so silly.
What does it mean?
Let's look it up. Pagan meaning. A person holding religious beliefs other than those of the main world religions. Heathen, infidel, atheist, modernist.
That's very interesting.
Paganism is a term that covers a great number of spiritual and religious beliefs, and someone who follows one of these beliefs known as a pagan. A similar term is a heathen. Today, pagan with a capital P often refers to the neo-pagan religions that honor the earth. It's interesting. I think pagan's an outdated term.
Yeah.
Like nobody uses pagan anymore, or heathen.
Heathen?
Heathen.
I thought heathen means that you just don't go to church.
You heathen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a silly word. Anyway, but it was interesting that the Christians were trying to like, not sneak in, but like trying to like
Evangelize almost.
Evangelize. So they were trying to like accept
what they were doing.
And trying to say like, hey, this is Jesus. Like the little cartoons. But
Yeah.
like in a nicer way probably. Like, hey, this is about...
My God was probably born today.
I know. But anyway, can we watch the other part of the video? And then we'll go into my favorite part of Christmas, actually.
Your favorite part of Christmas?
Well, my favorite Christmas, like how Christmas was formed.
That talks about like Santa Claus and like all that kind of stuff?
No. But you'll see. We're going to watch this video. This is the second part of it.
It looks kind of fun, Chuck.
I agree, but it certainly wasn't very Christian, which is why when Puritans came to America, they decided Christmas had no place in a Christian nation and banned it.
What? Christmas was illegal?
Yep. In some communities, if you exhibited Christmas spirit, you were even forced to pay a fine.
Rosy cheeks, jolly smile. Your fine is 5 shillings.
Do you think
4
pilgrims really
calling
dress like
birds,
that?
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and now I have to pay the fine too.
Thanks to the legacy of these rules, Christmas ended up pretty unpopular in America. But all that changed in the 19th century. As immigrants flooded into America, they brought with them a love of Christmas and their own traditions. These seeped into the popular culture, and a new American Christmas began to take hold. And now, we treat Christmas like it's always been a sacred Christian celebration. But the historical truth is, these winter festivities have pagan roots with drunken traditions that a lot of Christians straight up hated for like 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
look,
That's crazy.
I know. So one of the traditions I think that is interesting that he kind of mentioned a little bit is around this time. So we're talking like, let's see, the 1800s. An English author created a classic holiday tale, and the stories message the importance of charity and good towards all humankind, and that's what struck a powerful chord in the United States and England and showed members of Victorian society that the benefits of celebrating the holiday. Do you know who it was?
Charles Dickens.
Because you looked.
I know. I would have known that though, I think.
Such as the Americans, and they don't have maps. And
Just read it.
anyway, so for those of you who have never like read The Christmas Carol or have ever, which if you're living under a rock, you don't know about The Christmas Carol. It's such like a really beautiful story, I think, of understanding about like it said, like charity and goodwill towards humankind.
Yeah.
And it just shows oh my gosh, there's one quote.
Almost like a redemption story.
Yeah,
too.
they're one of my favorite quotes. Gosh, I have to look it up. I can't think of it right now. That Charles Dickens wrote. Oh yeah. Hang on. Dang it. Yeah, there it is. Quote. So, one of my favorite quotes. It's in the Christmas Carol. And it's his business partner, Marley. He was like, you were such a Ebenezer Scrooge is talking to his ghost. Spoiler alert. And he's saying, you were such a great businessman, but Marley responds with, I'm going to cry. But he's like, mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, benevolence were all my business. The dealing of my trade were but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business.
No, I'm going to cry.
I know. See, it's like, it's just so good. And I think that's why I really like The Christmas Carol, because it really shows like, especially in the 1800s, like in the early 1800s too, when it was just so different, obviously, than it was now, than it is now. Just being able to show love and happiness towards people. But anyway, as the Americans began to embrace Christmas as a perfect family holiday, odd customs were unearthed. People looked towards recent immigrants in Catholic and Episcopalian churches to see how the day should be celebrated. And in the next 100 years, Americans built a Christmas tradition all on their own, including many customs, including decorating trees, sending holiday gift cards, gift giving. And then Santa came along.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Okay, we'll do it real quick because the podcast is about to be over. But the legend of Santa Claus can be tracked back to a monk named Saint Nicholas, who was born in Turkey
Whoa.
in 208 AD. So this is before the first recording of Christmas was even celebrated.
This is when this guy lived?
Yeah, so the first recording of Christmas, as you remember, I talked about earlier, was 336.
Yeah.
And this is 280 AD. So St. Nicholas gave away all of his inherited wealth and traveled the countryside, helping the poor and sick, becoming known as a protector of children and sailors.
Aww.
I know. So St. Nicholas entered American popular culture in the 18th century in New York when Dutch families gathered in honor of the anniversary of his death. So Santa Claus is an abbreviation for Sinterklaas.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what is this? This is Sint Nicholas, Dutch for Saint Nicholas, or Sinterklaas for short. Santa Claus draws his name from this abbreviation. In 1822, an Episcopal minister, Clement Clark Moore, wrote a Christmas poem called An Account of a Visit from St. Nicholas, more popularly known today by its first line, "'Twas a night before Christmas." The poem depicted Santa Claus as a jolly man who flies from home to home on a sled driven by a reindeer to deliver toys. The iconic version of Santa Claus, Jolly Man in red with a white beard and a sack of toys, was immortalized in 1881 when a political cartoonist, Thomas Nast, drew on Moore's poem to create the image of the old Saint Nick we know today.
Oh, I love
I
Santa
know.
Claus.
Me too. And like, I know David like didn't grow up with Santa Claus, which makes me sad. David's behind the curtain, by the way.
David, show your face. I'm just kidding. Come on out.
I know, like it's.
I mean, because it is like, I think a lot of parents believe that it's like taking away from celebrating Jesus.
Okay.
And then also they believe like that they don't want to lie to their children type thing. But also like, I mean,
I can appreciate
maybe we should
parents.
say.
Well, I can appreciate parents not wanting to focus on Jesus and focus on, you know, wait, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
There's just something about the time and Santa Claus and giving, and I don't know. What Santa, like, Santa's coming, like what he represents.
Yeah.
Like he is literally, like he's giving joy to kids everywhere.
So is
like
Jesus.
So is Jesus, but you know, like
No, I know. I like the idea of Santa Claus.
I'm
I think that.
for sure, like my kids are gonna believe until Santa Claus until they're 13.
Well, then I think about because like I think Dad still, he likes the Polar Express, and that's all about like believing. And then what's the other movie, Elf? That it's like if we stop believing in Santa Claus, then like it's not as
yeah, and
know.
also even if you're not religious, like the thought of Santa represents, like obviously Jesus represents something to us, but if you're not a religious person, Santa represents like goodwill and love and happiness and joy during this time. So that's why I think
watch out.
you better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Why?
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, keeps kids in line. He sees you when you're sleeping.
No,
he
he
knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good for goodness sake.
Boop.
All right. So this next couple weeks, we're going to be doing a bunch of Christmassy stuff. I'm excited. Are you excited?
So excited.
Y'all, tell Alyssa congratulations that she's pregnant. Yay. All right. We love you guys. Thank you for listening to our Christmas podcast. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on podcast.
Oh,
And
what fun it is
subscribe
to-
on YouTube. And Patreon.